What's up guys, Bodybuilding Vegan here. I'm gonna show y'all real quick how to do reverse pec deck flies for your rear delts. All right, so first thing you wanna do, go ahead and push the handles all the way to the back. We want them back here because this is gonna allow us to get a bigger stretch. If we have them just in the middle, we'll be doing very short partial range of motion. We don't wanna do that here. I'm gonna demonstrate this from two different angles. So from this angle, the biggest thing that I want you to look for is the height of our hands. A lot of people do these. They'll just come sit down on the machine, let their hands fall. They might do them down here. If you notice my hand, it's significantly lower than where my rear delts are. I would say right now my hands are kind of in line with rear delts. Down here, my hands are more in line with my lats. So you'd actually be using your back to pull this as opposed to our rear delts, which we want. So we want it more in this plane of motion. Now, assuming the seat couldn't go any lower, how do I get my hands higher? Well, one thing that I found is to not actually sit, but kind of lean into the machine, allow myself to sink down and perform the reps like this. So just straight out to the side, control, out, squeeze, control, lower back, all the way down. We don't want to rush this movement. We want to place the strain on our rear delts at all times. We also don't want to be overly explosive and throw our arms way too far back. You might have the flexibility, but going anywhere past about here for most athletes is going to be just be straining on the front of your shoulders and not actually training your rear delts. So how does that look from the side? Because that was more of a dead on view. But if we come out here to the side, again, I'm going to lay into the machine, and something you couldn't see before, we want to have pretty straight arms here. We don't want to have this super big bend in our arm. The more we bend, the less work we can do. So like a major bend, we're barely doing anything. Somewhere in the middle, we got some range of motion. But if you're all the way out, you can really go far with this. So watch your thumbs. These can touch together on some machines. So I do a thumbless grip, lean into the machine, punch out. So we're gonna punch out like this. And then the way I think about this is I want to like scrape the wall, almost like wax on, wax off, like Karate Kid. Like try and touch that imaginary wall that's wrapped around you. So keep that hand out. All right, so push out and open. Right to about there. Any further, again, it's not going to do anything for our rear delts, and that's really what we're set up here for. Notice how hands are roughly in line with shoulders. There's a very slight bend in the elbow, but nothing too overly bent. And take these to failure. There's no reason not to go to failure. And if you've gone to failure and you want to do a little bit more, you can do some partials. If you've done partials and you still want to do a little bit more, do a static hold. You can get a lot out of this machine. I really like it because it takes all the swing out of it. You're locked in and it's easy to add weight. So definitely try these out. These are a game changer. If you're not training rear delts, you are missing out in the gym and really just setting yourself up for an injury. If this helped you, make sure you click that like button, comment what you want to see next, and send it to a friend. Appreciate y'all. Have the best day ever.